Hi, on today's episode of the Comics Panel, we'll be doing comic book reviews. All right, today I'm with Mike, and we're going to each review a comic book that we've read and enjoy. Because why would we review one we don't enjoy?
Yeah. Well, we never know until you read it.
That's true. But you hear things.
Yep.
So why don't you go first, Mike?
All right. I'm reviewing Oblivion Song, which was put out by Image, and it's written by Robert Kirkman, which you might know from Walking Dead books and Outcast, what he did after that. The artist is Lorenzo De Felici, if I'm saying it correctly. And so what type of book is it? It's not a superhero book. It's a sci-fi book. I was really excited about this one when I saw it in previews. And I know he talked about it on Comic Book Men as well. So a lot of people were coming to the stores, I want this book. But basically, about a decade ago, like 30,000 people from Philadelphia just like disappeared. And they kind of hint around to it. It's kind of like an experiment that happened. And the government tries to go in and get some people back. So they weren't successful for whatever reason. And the whole time you're reading the book, you know there's extra reasons why they're not doing it. They're just not telling you about it. So they have like this big wall mural, and it's like the Vietnam Wall of all the people that didn't come back.
Right.
So the main character in this story is Nathan Cole, and he crosses over in this dimension, and he goes searching for people and rescuing people. So he brings back two people, and he said this will prove to people that there's still people out there. And he goes in and he chisels their name off the wall. And so he's trying to get support, and they're saying you just can't let this go because your brother's is over there, and you just got to accept the fact that he's dead. Well, right. I don't think his brother's dead because of what happened on the last page. They don't tell you who the character is. I'm just putting my personal opinion to it. I think his brother is alive, and there's people over there. And in this dimension, there's like monsters and dinosaur-like creatures, and he has to go over there and hunt these people. And as he finds deceased bodies, he tries to figure out who they are and puts them. Now he has people watching, like what's this guy doing? So the government doesn't want to fund the project. He has two sidekicks, a guy named Duncan and Bridget. Bridget's a young girl, and she's like excited and gung-ho. And Duncan, who apparently has been on the other side that he rescued, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and he's very leery about the Outcast. So the artwork in it is good. I like the art. It has some, it's not my favorite kind of art, which is a little bit different, but I do like the art in it. It's color. It's nothing like the Walking Dead artwork.
Right.
And it has backgrounds. So I like when they have like backgrounds in their stuff and it tells part of the story. So I definitely like the artwork, and the characters are likable. I'd like to see where they're going to go with it, because I have a feeling Duncan's going to play a big part in this because of his experience in there. And Nathan keeps going over to the other side and looking for people and bringing them back. So if you like a sci-fi story and you like Kirkman's writing, I definitely recommend this book. It just came out in February, issue 1. At the time of this, he has a letter in the back. He said they're already working on issue 13. So you already know there's going to be a delay in the book. So it's definitely worthwhile. It has my interest, and I definitely think it's a worthwhile book. So you should definitely go to your comic book store and pick it up or subscribe to it.
Now I'm going to say I've read this. I picked it up, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
Cool.
Yes, very good book. Is that it?
Yes, sir. I probably expanded a little bit longer than what I wanted.
Quit calling me sir. I work for a living. Okay. I'm reviewing Deathbed by Vertigo Comics. An unusual story. I think we decided to call it a adventure fantasy.
Okay.
It's written by Joshua Williamson, who is currently writing Flash.
Okay.
Flash. He wrote Birthright and for Image Comics, and Captain Midnight for Dark Horse. The artwork is by Riley Rossmo. He's known for Rasputin, Nightbreed. He did the pre-52 series, pre-New 52 series of Constantine, and I think he did the artwork for The Batman Who Laughs in the Metal.
Oh, okay.
His art's good. It fits the story. Like you were saying about how it's not my style. You and I kind of have that. We like the older 70s style of comic book art, I believe.
Yeah, I like the backgrounds, the colors, the power.
And as of late, the style is a little bit more loose, and certain stories it fits with. Well, this one, this is a loose story, so it fits.
That's good when it fits.
Yeah, because if it's just bad, it doesn't matter how good the story is. The story is really good. It's very well written. It's fun to read. It actually makes you laugh. It's for mature readers, obviously. At the time we're here now, there's a second issue came out just this week.
Okay.
And I picked that up and read it, and there's nudity in them, so it's definitely for mature readers. But the main character is an Antonio Luna, and he's the greatest living adventurer.
Okay.
And he's like kind of vanished 20 years ago without, nobody knows what happened to him. And now he's in his 90s, and he seems to be on his deathbed, and he...
Hence the title.
Correct.
Okay.
And he calls for this woman to ghostwrite his autobiography, so that he's not forgotten. And this woman is Valentine Richards, Val, and she obviously was hired to write this story, and she's like a failed novelist. She's writing columns in local newspapers and stuff. So she takes the job because she needs the money.
Is there a reason why you picked her out or anything?
That wasn't explained.
Okay.
I think if it was explained, I wanted to read the book again today, so I knew, but I don't remember that it was explained. But I think she drew the short straw to get the job, and she might have ghostwritten another autobiography, but she didn't enjoy doing it. So she goes to visit him, and he's on his deathbed, and everybody's taking care of him, and he's got all kinds of stuff around, like an adventurer would have, things he's gotten, and all this travels and whatever. And he sends away all of his servants, his maid and whatnot, and he's just in the room with her, and as you're reading this, there's slowly these shadowy figures creeping into the room, and they turn out to be ninja mummies.
Mummies and ninjas.
Yes, and they attack him, and he jumps up out of bed, alive as can be, not dying, totally naked, and starts fighting off the ninja mummies, and it's just a fun read. It's absolutely nothing like you'd expect it to be.
So this thing is he's not quite dying then?
No, he's not dying. And then it goes on in the second book to he and her go on another adventure.
Okay.
And he wants to find people from his past, friends, family, people he's done adventures with to corroborate his stories. But someone is trying to wipe out all memory of him, and they're killing these people off, his friends and family.
Sounds like an interesting book. I did not read it yet, but I think off your recommendation, I'd probably pick it up.
I'll loan it to you.
All right, thanks.
Do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
I think we've reviewed a couple of out-of-the-ordinary books, maybe you'd say, because generally when people think of comic books, they think of superheroes. Yeah. And I know we here at the Comics Panel like different things. So it's good to do this and get it out there. And
it's good to broaden out your horizons, too. And Image has some really good stuff. And who's your
Vertigo.
Company? Vertigo. Vertigo has some interesting stuff as well.
Yeah. So if you have any comments, leave them in the space below.
Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm done.
You good now?
I'm good.
Should give you a chance to get your color back?
I'm good.
You good?
Yep. We're going to have fun.
Straight face?
Yep, I'm straight faced.
All right.